Hello, today we'll be reading Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown, pictures by Clement Hurd. I really enjoyed reading this book when I was a little girl, and I hope you'll enjoy it today. This is the front cover of the book. The title of the book is Goodnight Moon. The author of this book is Margaret Wise Brown. The author of a book writes the words. So Margaret is the author, and she wrote the words to make the story. This tells us that the pictures are by Clement Hurd. If Clement drew the pictures, then Clement is the illustrator of this book. This is the title page of the book. The title page tells us the title, the author's name, and the illustrator's name once more. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of. Can you find the telephone and the red balloon in the great green room? It says a picture of. What do you see a picture of? The cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs. And 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens. Do you see the 2 little kittens and the pair of mittens in the great green room? And a little toy house and a young mouse. Can you spot the little toy house and the young mouse? And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. And a quiet old lady who was whispering, "Hush." Goodnight room. Goodnight moon. Goodnight cow jumping over the moon. Goodnight light and the red balloon. Goodnight bears. Goodnight chairs. Goodnight kittens and goodnight mittens. Goodnight clocks and goodnight socks. Goodnight little house and goodnight mouse. Goodnight comb and goodnight brush. Goodnight nobody. Goodnight mush. And good night to the old lady, whispering, "Hush." Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. I hoped you enjoyed this book, Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown, pictures by Clement Hurd.